gold, which is on the cards. I mean, some people are saying $5,000 gold, even $15,000 gold's been floated around it. That's what, in the market news that I study in the channels, I spend a lot of time researching. People were just, $3,000 gold seems unbelievable. There's a lot of very well-known investors that believe 2,500 gold is doable by the end of the year. The question is, you're going to look back when you could have bought something for £45 a gram, and when it goes up to, we're talking pounds here, so for the American viewers, obviously, basically that it's about $65 a gram now. This is going to be $165 a gram, not too distant future. And you could still say, well, why are you still bothering with it? Why are you bothering with a 1 gram gold bar? What is the point? It's such a small amount of gold, Well, if you think about this, right, think about if gold carries on anything like it's done traditionally, think about the entry to the market for the millennials and the snowflake generation. You're talking, it's going to be $250 a gram. That's a lot of money for a lot of people. They're going to be entering the market with this, buying this if they're lucky. They're not going to be buying 1 ounce seagulls. They're not going to be buying buffaloes. Yeah, I think people need to realise that if you want to trade gold on performance, then go and do the stock market. If you want to make money shorting, going, every day, doing it, being glued to your computer screen, that's a different ball game. You're investing in precious metals, gold and silver. It's a long game, okay? Yeah, so it's $65 a gram now, £50 a gram. Yeah, there could be a pullback, and there could be some great news that comes out about the world, as the COVID cure, everything's hunky-dory, and gold drops back down to $1,800 an ounce. Yeah. And your 1 gram gold bar is not worth $65 anymore. It's worth $50. But I keep saying to you, over time, history has shown that with it is a hedge against inflation. There's no doubt about it. Because look at what we're having to do now. Look at what's happening in the US economy. $3 trillion has been printed. Yeah, you can't print that much money. You just cannot flood economies, not just the US, the UK, Germany, France. You can't flood the world economies with this amount of money printing and there not be some price to pay down the line, okay? So I see short-term deflation in the near term, and maybe then inflation will start to kick in. So that's a reason why I believe a 1 gram gold bar is okay. And if that's all you can afford, if you can afford 1 gram gold bar, £50 a month to invest in gold, then do it and be happy with it. It's not a problem, because you'll build up a collection, and I think it's more valuable. It's better than chucking it in the bank. Look at the interest rates at the moment. They're dead. If you're a financial advisor and you've got clients, what are you going to be telling people to do with their money? Sticking it in the bank and getting interest off of it? I don't think so. The equity market's in big trouble, although it looks good because of all the money printing that's going on, okay? Gold, traditionally people used to have 5 to 10% in their portfolios. Now people are talking about 25%, 15% minimum. The world has changed. People want tangible assets. There's a definite upsurge in people wanting all sorts of tangible assets. I'm noticing paintings, silver, gold, rare toys, anything that's physical, tangible object, cars, collectible items, stuff that can't be replicated. You can't print gold bars. You can't hack a gold bar. There's only so much gold in the world. Now you look at Bitcoin. So what about Bitcoin? Well, Bitcoin, you can hack a Bitcoin. You've got a wallet. It's a great idea, but let's face it, it's a decentralized anarchist dream of this kind of utopic vision that you've got this floating currency that's not controlled by anyone, and it's all wonderful, decentralized, no banks involved, and everyone's happy. Look, it's clearly evident by the state of the market that people have not flooded all their. If Bitcoin, look at it, it's barely struggling. Okay, it's gone up to about $11,000 a coin, or something like that. But look what gold's done. Look what silver's done. The proof is in the pudding. When push comes to shove, people want the tried and tested 5,000-year-old currency of the world, gold and some silver. People whine about silver and say, "Oh God, it's no good, it's no good." It's industrial and all the rest of it. But I think silver will have come into its own. I think we're going to see digital currencies. I think we're going to see digital currencies backed by gold in some form, and probably maybe even silver as well. You're not going to go down a petrol station and fill out your car and giving somebody a 1 ounce gold eagle, are you? You need to be able to use a smaller denomination for that. I think we're 5 to 10 years away from that coming in, but I feel that people shouldn't worry about jumping in now. If they're worried, is the price going to go up? Is it going to go down? I feel there's a lot worse things you could spend $65, £50 on than investing in a hard asset like gold. When people say it's not an asset, it doesn't make you any money. Well, it might not make you money in the way that some assets do, but I can tell you this, it's definitely outperformed most of the equity markets for the last 3 years, and I'm very happy to classify as an asset. Me personally, I don't care what people say. It is making me money, but it's just not being realised in the way that a traditional asset would. And I think that's good news for me, and good news for you if you're into this game and you understand what's going on. And I think, the great thing about buying 1 gram gold bar or something like this is that you really haven't got to risk a lot relatively. And if you don't like it, I'm sure there'll be plenty of people queuing up to buy it if you want to sell it. I would seriously, think you go and look on eBay. It's a bloodbath out there. People cannot get their hands on gold quick enough at the moment. And if it keeps going like it is, then it's going to only get worse. And people at 2,000, when it hits 3,000, jumping in at $2,000 an ounce will look like a dream. It's all relative, isn't it? But the people that jumped in at 1,500, 1,800, it's only 2,000 now. I'm thinking, I wish I'd jumped in at 1,200, and I was whining then. I'm lucky. I could say I've jumped in at around 1,800, 15 to 1,800 range. So it's just something to bear in mind, really. So this is just my thoughts. Bit of a ramble there. I'm sorry I haven't uploaded a video for a while. And like I say, these are Baird 1 gram gold bars, Baird & Co. I've never owned anything from them. I just took a punt. I know in terms of the Very Scan thing that I was going on about the pant bars, and I said I really like those, and that is good. But I bought you from a very reputable seller. I think that's the key to it. You've got to realise that if you're worried about where you're going to buy your gold, if somebody looks legit and they're making sales and they've got good feedback, and they've been making hundreds of eBay sales over the years, and it's related items, gold, silver, whatever, you have to be practical. These all could be fake. Yeah, they could all be fake. I've just spent a load of money on a load of fake rubbish, but I just know they're not. Okay, I know they're not because of the quality of the seller, the packet, that I've weighed them. I know what I'm doing when it comes to buying from a seller. So that's my advice, is to just make sure you pick a good seller wherever you go. If you're really unsure, go to a gold shop, go to a physical shop in the high street somewhere, walk in there and just be honest and say, I want to invest in some gold. If you're not sure about buying it online, there's no shame in that. I would definitely mix it up. I would not just get bars, okay? You need some coins as well, I think. Just make it balanced portfolio, really. Anyway, so quick ramble there. Leave your thoughts or comments, and I will get back to you soon. Cheers.